There's a cool game I found. It's called Racing Bros. I hope it's good. One player. Start. Oh. Okay, so Norway. Okskelten. This is a place. I believe it's in Europe. And oh, we're playing. So what you do in this game is you drive the car, and oh, I fell. So when you drive the car, you go, and you hope that you don't have this happen. Okay, I'm going. Okay. So this is the part where you drive, and there's actually a lot of driving in this game. So you have to drive to, and there are like multiple driving objectives. And if you drive, you win, but you have to drive better than the other people who are driving. And this could be computers, but it could also be other players. So so be wary of that. There's no online multiplayer though, because it's expensive. But if you have two controllers, then it's actually a pretty good game to have. Oh. Okay, so I just won. Oh wait, no, I didn't. Someone else won. Okay, so this is Denmark. I believe this is in Europe. I believe it's near Sweden. No. That's Norway, that's near Sweden. This is near not Sweden. I hope it's a good level. Okay, so I'm driving the car right now. That was Fall Guys. Okay, so what did those guys want? What? It's an obstacle course. See, I'm telling you, this game has so much variety. And so, okay, I'm progressing. Oh, so I have to time it here. Oh wait, no I don't. Okay, looks like I have to ram through all of these trucks. Oh, there's more trucks than I thought there was. Okay, so the road looks a little barren now. This could mean that I just have to go forward. I think that's the exit. Okay, so I beat the stage. I won. You can tell because it says winner on the screen. And okay, racing and escaping cops. Okay, so this is where the part with the multiple playstyles comes in, because um, there's the cops and they're trying to stop you from racing, but I'm sure we can do better than them because we rev really fast, and our speed is impeccable. Um, is is impeccable a good or bad? I don't remember. Oh, there's also buses. They don't do anything. So I fell over, but I'm okay now. So this cop is currently abusing his power. He is not respecting me as a citizen of. Where is this? This is probably in one of those countries, and probably like maybe Switzerland. That's a pretty good place. Okay, that cop is not doing his job. He's defacing city property. He probably defaced that truck, and now he's going towards the finish line. So there's nothing I can really do about that. See, I lost. I didn't win. But that's okay. We all make mistakes. Maybe I'll do better on the next one. Pirates. I will not do better on the next one. Pirates. You see, normally you drive, but this is the rare exception where you don't drive because instead you sail. Look at me go. Uh-oh. Well, that really puts a thorn in my side. Okay, so now we're on Desert Racing V2. I don't think there's a Desert Racing V1, but we'll have to see. And there's cops in this one. It seems that when it's labeled racing, it has police officers. And so what they try to do is stop you from progressing, but that only really matters when there's a time limit, and there's no time limit. So theoretically, I've already won. Unless this guy in the fancy car gets ahead of me. But as you can see, I've already progressed past him, and I've just juked all of those police officers. And so I'm avoiding their pursuits, mostly, and then I'm gonna take them out back. So this guy is doing the little brother strategy, and it is working very well. But I'm a human. I'm sure I can outsmart this driving game AI. Oh, I can reset in this level. So I basically can cheat whenever I please. So the police guy is faster than me, but he doesn't have my secret power of resetting on the track in an instant and defying all laws, including both legal and physics-based ones. Drifting in this game is pretty hard. It's very realistic in that sense, because it's actually drifting is not a very efficient way to take a turn. It's actually rather bad. So, I won, and that's good for me. Okay, so here is future racing. This is another one where you do not uh, drive, but instead you float, which is very helpful. So as you can see, I'm not touching the ground, but as you can also see, I can put tire tracks in the ground by braking. I don't understand how braking would work in a hover car, seeing how there's nothing stopping it from going. So I need to get out of here before these guys do. It's like a fight for our lives type of thing. I'm not quite sure how bumps are messing with my hover car, seeing how my hover car is, hovering. I think that if you could hover, a speed bump would be useless. So there's that. So I believe I'm nearing the end of the track, and it looks like I'm in front. There's my escape ship. So all I have to do is drive on like so, and I win. Now what's funny is you get a little bit of control after it ends, so you could potentially leave the area before the next one. So this is Egypt Highway. This is what the Stardust Crusaders should have took, because it takes them straight to Egypt. I believe Egypt is in somewhere. I don't think that Egypt is a spooky pumpkin place. I'm going very quickly. Okay, so that one was a bit of a bust. I do believe I beat that in record time. Which kudos to me. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so here we're gonna, in Cambodia, we're gonna beat the Mafia and reach the goal first. If you guys have ever been to Cambodia, you would know that the people there are Cambodian. Okay, oh, resetting in this one is not a good idea. So what you need to do is it's a good idea to pull ahead as quickly as you can, so that you don't have to worry about the Mafia getting in your business. Now, you see, here's a little trick. That bridge is fake, but this is also fake. So you can go around the fake bridge that just fell down. This will allow me to pull ahead quicker than every other racer in the game. As you can see, now I'm in the funny cave with the funny pillars, and I will now be going to the white place, and then into the black place, which is still a white place. So that was Cambodia. I hope you guys enjoyed Cambodia. But now we're moving to a different area in the okay, now we're in USA. I believe this is somewhere in Europe. I wouldn't know. I've never been there. Okay, so here's the start. This racetrack is very formal. It does this neat curve, but well, it makes turning a bit easier. As you can see, I'm not falling. It also doesn't have corners, which makes this very nice. But as you can see, there's a big ramp in my way, so I'm going to have to go up this ramp at high speeds to get a big jump. And there is my large jump. So down here, this is this space where it gets really difficult. It becomes Mario Kart from here. So, like, here's the boring part of the Mario Kart track, and this is like Luigi Circuit or something. But then, like, you take this turn and you crash, but then you recover so that you can then go down this way. And in this way, it's like the fun part. This is like Wario Stadium with all these fun jumps. Like, look at this, woohoo! Okay, that was fun. We should do that again sometime. I believe I can jump in this game. Okay, so what we now do is go around here, and there's another jump. But what's that? Why, it looks like the finish line. I have entered first place. Very good for me. I'm quite proud of the outcome of that. Okay, now we're at Petra. I do believe that is the name of like a Zelda character. We have to beat the Mafia and reach the goal, so let's do that. Now, avoiding the Mafia, I don't know who exactly I am, why I am fighting the Mafia. I'm pretty sure FBI agents don't drive red cars, nor deal with the Mafia. I think I must be some like secret agent or something. Maybe I'm James Bond. And as everyone knows, James Bond's biggest thing he does is he drives vehicles and races mobsters. So we're just gonna do that, and hopefully nothing will go wrong. No camera control in this game, by the way. Nothing. So I'm almost at the end, and now I'm at the end. And there is the Mafia. You see, they're mad because I got here before them. Okay, here's downhill. I have to reach the docks first and escape the island. So this one is rather difficult. I'm under a time limit, as you can see. So I have to go down really fast. And the best way to do that is through cheating. As you can see, I can stay upright as I go, which will allow me to avoid any sort of danger. I'm a bit of a speedrunner, as you can tell. So I'm pulling up to the docks right now. It's rather dangerous, this part, because there's these big rocks in the way. But if you just turn wisely, you should be able to avoid them. Now is a good time to start employing your brake, which will allow you to safely steer in the direction of the dock. Like so. And so, the sailboat's already leaving, which is not good for us. Okay, this one's called Fire Trucks. This one sucks, because if you tip over, you're not allowed to play anymore. So, what I'm gonna have to do is be really careful. So, as you can see, There's already a collision, and it'll be difficult to progress. It'll be impossible to progress. Okay, so I have progressed, which now moves me to obstacle 2. But as you can see, they're actually ghosts. Now this mansion we're trying to save is actually a really impressive mansion. I think the guys who designed it deserve a raise and potentially a triple pension plan where they get to retire 3 times in their life. Don't mind him. He isn't a racing bro like us. So the police are also here, but you're more important. Oh, I lost. So this doesn't usually happen. Usually, all of the AI cars crash, leaving the human players to do it. Okay, so next is racing, where I have to beat the Mafia and reach the goal first. So I do believe the Mafia is probably the biggest threat in the game, other than your best friend. So really, who should you trust? So, this area looks rather familiar, but this time there are no police officers. It's just you and the Mafia. However, the police officers posed a challenge to you the most the first time around. The Mafia is mostly just a little distraction. So really, you can pull ahead and escape the Mafia rather easily. Do look out for these boulders, because if they hit you, you'll stop for a second. And that could potentially give the Mafia time to pull ahead a little, and then you might be on even ground in a bit. Also be careful on turns. Turns can be very dangerous, because you have a very high center of mass. There's a 2,000 kilo weight right on top of your car. So all of the mass is right on the top. So I'm pulling up to near the end now. I do think it's a good thing that I am winning. But as you can actually see, it doesn't end here, and instead I have to continue. This is like when you reach the end of Kid Icarus Uprising, only to find out that you actually have to do 10 more levels before you get to beat the game. So this part, there's some shortcuts you can take, but they're not intended by the developers, so don't bother taking them. Okay, and so if you just take your time, not too much though, you should be able to win. So next is racing, we have to beat the Mafia and reach the goal first. So, the Mafia is probably the biggest threat this game has, because they're always there. And if you aren't careful, they could potentially beat you up. So this appears to be a city you would see in like Assassin's Creed. Probably not like a good one. Probably like Freedom Cry or something. Um, but that's okay, because we all love our Assassin's Creed games that suck and aren't too. So I do believe I'm the only one that's currently playing, which is especially good for me. Don't worry about going for the spooky cave, because there's actually nothing spooky in there. Watch out for that plant, though. So now we go in this area, and it's full of plants. And this is actually the most dangerous part of the level. But as you can see, I am a master. Um, so, you go back around because you actually have to go this way now. But this is actually a different way. As you can see, there's a church here with a lot of graves in it. So, be careful not to hit them, because then you're a dick. Um, so, yeah. And then you go to the left here. And there's this big straightaway that's just good time to use boost. And then you win. Um, so, yeah. Okay, so next up is racing. We have to beat the Mafia and reach the goal first. Uh, this is a rather difficult challenge, but I do believe I have the skill necessary. They don't call me 007 for nothing. Okay, so here is the start, and as you can see, we appear to be in Canada. I think this is Vancouver. Very nice place. They have this one store in this one mall. They have this mall. It's called Metrotown. It's a pretty good mall, and they have this store there. It's called um, TNT, and they sell like Asian stuff there. And I think it's pretty cool because you don't normally find Asian stuff where I'm from. You normally just find fast food places that have Sprite in their machines. Judging by that flag, I think we're actually somewhere else. I think that was the flag for Prussia, which eventually became Germany, for those of you who may not know. So, the snow doesn't actually change the driving physics at all, which is really cool. So, keep driving along, and, okay, we get to this part, and, it's just white. I'm sorry to anyone who is watching in the dark. Your eyes are probably hurting. Um, so this cave, psych. So, those trees are sideways, but don't worry, that's normal here in Korea. Um, so after you drive through these things, you keep going. This is probably the longest map in the entire series, even longer than N64 Rainbow Road, for those of you who may know that, but I believe this is the end. Okay, so now it's racing madness. Beat the Mafia and reach the goal first. This is like the normal racing, but this time it's upset. Uh, I don't know who pissed it off, but we better get to it. Because we don't want the Mafia to fight us. As you can see, this is the same map again. But it shouldn't be too big of an issue because I am a very skilled player, especially when it comes to this map. Unfortunately, I'm not a skilled player when it comes to this guy breaking the rules, and I should report him to the admin. Um, um, uh, um, so I'm probably going to need to do something fancy in order to pull ahead in this race. Luckily, the boulders spawn when I show up, which means that I'm capable of controlling when these guys are hurt by the boulders. And as you can see, I took out 2 mafiosos, which only leaves about 12 for me to deface. And so they're very good at taking turns. I believe they are capable of taking a turn of over 20 degrees, which is very impressive for any of you who can drive a car. So, don't worry about these cones. They don't pose much of a threat. Do a quick kickflip. It'll give you style points, so you'll win in the hearts of the people. Now, as you can see, that guy there, he just fucked up on his own accord. I didn't have to mess with him. But these two did not fuck up on their own accord. And I will have to mess with them, like so. So wait for your car to restabilize. It always does that because there's a really heavy weight on the bottom. And don't die. That's the most important part. In this game, if you die, it's permanent. I won. So, okay, so that was Racing Bros. Um, you can get it for free on the PlayStation Store. Um, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video with your friend.